Blah, blah, blah. Ah. What goes on, fellow YouTubers? Delicious. BeastTacoSquidMan here, doing yet another Nerf gun review. Now, before I begin this review, I'd like to apologize. I've been away at college for a full semester, so like 6 months, and I have not made a Nerf gun review in about 6 months. I intended to make Nerf gun reviews down there in college at my dormitory, but dorm life being as chaotic as it is, next thing I know, the semester's gone by, I have all my Nerf guns down there still, and I'm here at my house. I've got a Retaliator and a Rampage down there that I'm planning on doing reviews on. I just haven't got the time to, and I need to go and get them, but they're 5 hours away in the southwest corner of the state, so, and I'm in the eastmost corner of the state, so what do you want? Anyway, the gun that I am planning on doing a review for you today is actually the Nerf Hailfire. Now, the thing about the Hailfire is this was the flagship gun for the Elite Series. So it's had a lot of hype drawn up on it. Like, I know that, I think it was the Vortex, what is that gun? The flagship for the Vortex line, the really big-ass one that was automatic and it had a flywheel system that didn't do too good. Yeah, that was a flagship for their line. So the issue with the flagship is that, with a flagship gun, is that it's supposed to be the trademark gun. So it's got a lot of hype going into it, really high expectations. This gun kind of delivers on those. It features a Lazy Susan design of rotating this lever on top to rotate the chamber to bring up a new clip. Now, I don't know about you, but I think that's a pretty cool idea. My initial thoughts were, oh man, 35 dart drums all the way. Oh, what does it mean? That's a double rainbow joke for you. That's terrible, I know, but anyway. But my friend Tussie actually got his gun before I got my gun, my Hailfire. So what that ultimately translated to was he field tested his before mine, and we kind of got to looking at it and realizing a single 35 dart drum is going to be difficult as it is. More than that, you're looking at it just being more cumbersome than anything else. The reason being for this is that you need to have balance in this system. This Lazy Susan design already has issues with occasionally it won't rotate, it won't cycle a clip all the way through, which is a problem because, like in an HVZ match, your issue is you need to get your next clip out so you can get firing as quickly as possible. So if it jams, that's a problem. And that's when it's all balanced. When it's not balanced, when you've got like a 35 dart drum here, an 18 dart clip here, a 6 dart here, and nothing here, you've got a lot of janky wumpousness that's going to really throw it off, and you're going to be like, herp the derp, why does it keep jamming? And also, for that matter, the weight of the clip alone, you run the risk of the clip falling out the bottom when you're running. I know long shots and recons had this issue. The long shot because the clip housing that you could put into the stock. I apologize for the noise outside. There's a tree removal company coming through, killing off some trees because, hey, the trees were dead, and there's windstorms and snowstorms and blah. So I apologize in advance for the noise. They're really tearing shit up out there. You done? Cool. Alright. So, overall, a 35 dart drum is not practical. Maybe 18 dart clips, maybe those are practical, but not 35 dart drums. No. We've tested that. And for that matter, going on to the jamming of it, the concept of a dart jamming. In my field test, I have not had a dart jam in the chamber, but Nerf, being as clever as they are, they thought ahead for this. In the event of an actual dart jam, they've got this nice clear jam door that you can slide up and down, and it's awesome because unlike other guns where you can only access the jam door when the cocking mechanism is in a certain position, this, you're free to access it anytime you want. There's a bit of an issue of it being kind of far down there, so you have to really reach and get your fingers in there. But, but that's about it. Obviously, Nerf has included tactical rails on the bottom and on the top. I guess the top for if you want to put a sight on there. I don't know why. This isn't really a gun that you can aim like that. Just doesn't work. It's more of an underslung, kind of like a heavy bolter for Warhammer 40k, if you know what I'm talking about. Space Marines! Anyway, that's a joke. Oh, lordy. But now the issue... 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Okay, cool. The issue I have, though, is this front. I don't know what the purpose of that is. It seems like Nerf is going more for a tactical approach than an actual tactical approach. They do stuff that makes it look cool, but for the most part, I don't know. Like, this has no purpose. I guess if you wanted to put like a bayonet on the end there, you could just be like, ha-cha! Stab! And they can be like, ah! And stab. And you're like, no! I guess you could put a tactical rail there, but then there's the issue of, like tactical vertical grip there, which then the issue is that, yeah, you've got it like that, but then changing, you'd have to grab this, which, honestly, you might as well just hold on to this handle and just fire it underslung like a boss. But I digress. You're probably wondering how the hell it performs. Well, how it performs, it was claimed to have 75-foot ranges. Well, the thing we need to realize that Nerf's idea of 75-foot max range is not our idea of 75-foot max range. Their idea of 75-foot max range is not fired flat, it's fired at an angle. Like an artillery cannon. I mean, this might as well be an artillery. Anyway, so, frickin', it can hit 75 feet at an angle. Flat, you're hitting between 55, 65 feet, if I remember our tests correct. My friends and I were testing that. Anyway, it's semi-automatic, operating on a flywheel system. You hold down, it's similar to the Raven, in which you hold down the bottom trigger, and it gets loud pretty quick. On holding down the bottom trigger, then you can pull the main trigger. It fires semi-auto. Pretty good, actually. It takes 4 AA's in the back, unlike the Stampede, which took 6D batteries. You can actually afford these batteries, and it won't actually weigh the gun down. You just unscrew those 2 screws in the back, slide it out, you're good to go. And yet, despite having 4 AA's, the same amount as the Raven, it still does better than the... whatever. It outperforms the Raven and semi-automatic firing ability, even though they both take the same amount of batteries. I think that has to do with a tighter flywheel system, but whatever, I'm not a mathematician or physicist or squid. Anyway, so how it actually performs is, yep, it actually gets a pretty good rate of fire. I know the issue, that's the issue that actually I was talking to you about earlier, of it not cycling through all the way. I know I've had the issue in the past with the Raven where you couldn't fire it too terribly rapidly or else ranges would suffer. This actually does not have too much of a range decrease, as I can demonstrate to you right here. You can pump out a lot of fire, like a lot of fire really quickly. It's very impressive. Overall, it's definitely worth it. I got mine for 20 bucks. It was originally at Target 40 bucks. Now when you look at it, 40 bucks, you might be like, 40 bucks, I don't know about that. $40 is actually a very good deal. Or I think some places it might be 45, but whatever. It's a great deal because when you look at the Stampede was $60. I got mine for 30, but I still felt like I was getting gypped a little bit. The Stampede was plagued with problems, as my Stampede review showed you. Now, this, apart from the slight issue of carrying it, is a little bit awkward, and also the rotating on the Lazy Susan design could be a little bit better. It's really not that bad of a gun at all, actually. To be honest, you could very easily buy one of these and utilize it as your primary and be very, very, very well off, because you're not limited to the issue of, oh damn, let me stop what I'm doing to change my magazine. No, or clip actually. For this, you put your clips in there, you can rotate them, and even changing out clips, it's really not that difficult. You can just slide them in, of course. Go figure, the one time I'm having trouble, there we go. And you're good to go. So even interchanging the clips is not as difficult as other Nerf guns. And even actually come to think of it, the issue of having to carry it can be more or less negated by the fact that it's got a clip here and a clip here and here for if you want to put a bandolier on it. So you could say, for instance, put the bandolier on, I have some clips on the bandolier, and you can just have it carried at your side like it's, you know, no big deal. And that would be a damn good idea, because it's more or less a heavy weapon. It's a heavy bolter, more or less. I personally enjoy it. I definitely could see myself utilizing this as a primary in the future. I know I'm normally more of one for the lighter weight single-handed weapons like the Recon, the Raven, and even the Retaliator. The Retaliator's a damn good improvement on the Recon. But I could legitimately see myself utilizing something like this due to the rate of fire and the ranges it gets. It's a great deterrent, especially in HVZ. Zombies will think twice before charging your lines, and I approve of it. I think every Nerf gun fan should get one of these if they're looking at doing heavyweight nerfing, or if they're wanting to be a support unit for a tactical squad. As funny as that sounds. Believe it or not, we get into it. We have squads. We're squid. So yeah, that about concludes my review of the Nerf Hailfire. Overall, a damn good gun. I thoroughly enjoy it. Couple issues, but hey, I'd have to honestly give it a 9 out of 10. It's certainly not perfect, but I think what Nerf said that it could do, it delivers on. Obviously, Nerf never claimed that you could put 8 35 dart clips, drums in there and be okay. They never claimed that, so I'm not taking points off for, oh, well, I can't put all my drums in there. What? No, jump off a bridge. It claims maximum amount 44, actually 48 darts, which actually technically can fit more with the 18 dart clips, but whatever. I thoroughly enjoy it. You should thoroughly enjoy it. You need to get a gun like this. Without further ado, I apologize for the long-winded video. This is BeastTacoSquidMan giving you yet another review of a Nerf gun. Have a good day, and peace, love, and war. Peace.